Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a mini review, and I'm going to be talking about the new Wet n Wild Zodiac Collection exclusive to Walmart stores. So I'm super excited to talk about this today. I have one of each product from each category that they made. There are 4 different products they kind of came out with, and I'm very excited to talk about them with you, tell you how they work, and yeah. But before we get into the video, make sure to check out my Instagram and Twitter. They are right over here. All my other social medias will be in the description box below, so be sure to check those out too if you want. Not judging, just saying. You can if you want. And without further ado, let's hop right in. So when I saw this at my Walmart, I kind of freaked out because 1, I had no idea that this collection was even a thing, and 2, I am a super Zodiac person, and recently there have been a lot of Zodiac collection themes launching, but a lot of them are more expensive, and even though I love Zodiac themed things, if the product doesn't inspire me, I'm not going to buy it just because it's Zodiac themed, you know what I mean? So I figured Wet n Wild, super cheap, super affordable, and typically actually pretty good quality. So I decided if I'm going to buy something Zodiac, this is a good place to start. So this collection is exclusive to Walmart, and you can get it on wetnwild.com. You can buy all of these in boxed bundles according to your type of sign. I think it's a really fun way to kind of group all the products together, and that way you can pick and choose kind of which element you're more connected with, what products you're more connected with. So the first thing I'm going to talk about that I picked up is this lip gloss. This is their Color Icon lip gloss, and this is in the Aquarius shade. So there's a different shade for each sign. So I'm an Aries, and I really wanted to pick up the Aries gloss. However, the Aries gloss is a super deep, vampy berry red. I'll put it right here. And I knew that I was not going to ever wear that lip gloss. So that's the one thing that's a little bit tricky about this collection, is that all of these shades really do correspond with the different signs. So if you are, say, an Aries, like me, and you want to buy the lip gloss, it's a dark berry red, which is not exactly the most versatile lip gloss. So it's a little bit tricky in that way. That's one of the things that comes with the whole signs thing, is a lot of times people match the colors to the actual sign because it makes it more meaningful, but that also makes the products harder to use. So I ended up picking up the shade Aquarius because I knew it was the shade that I was going to wear the most. It is a nude with some gold shimmers throughout. It's very similar to the Moonchild gloss from ColourPop and Kathleen Light's collection, their Dream Street collection. So that's why I picked it up, because I love that gloss. It's probably like my most favorite lip gloss. So the packaging on this is so beautiful. It feels expensive, and this is only $3, you guys. This lip gloss is $3, and look at how gorgeous this packaging is. I love the gold accents. I love that you have the sign right on it so you can tell what sign you have, and that's just a swatch of it for you guys. There you go. That's kind of a heavy swatch. So it's not exactly the most pigmented lip gloss, but it's not the sheerest either. It's a nice in-between. I feel like it's a very good standard gloss. I'm wearing about 2 layers of it on my lips right now. It does not feel sticky or slimy or gross. It feels very, very comfortable, and I am wearing a lip liner underneath. So it's very, very nice. This shade, I do recommend wearing a lip liner underneath to kind of give it a base, because the color is a very light pink and it does have those gold shimmers in it. And I just feel like by itself on the lips, it can look kind of pasty, you know what I mean? You know when you wear too nude of a lip gloss on bare lips and it just looks kind of milky, kind of pasty? That's how I feel this lip gloss can pull, at least on my skin tone. It's a very beautiful peachy pink, and it is so nice. I find that it can be a little bit streaky, but honestly for $3, it is so good. The only thing I hate about this is the smell. It has this weird, like, plasticky, sour, Play-Doh-y scent. I don't know what it is. It's kind of gross, and the first time I put this on, I was like, oh my god, that is disgusting. I hate this. But actually, once you get it onto your lips, I can't taste it, I can't smell it. And honestly, the second time around, it was not that bad. So I don't know if it was just like the initial opening of the product kind of let that scent out and made it a little bit crazy, but now I'm perfectly fine. I don't have any issue with it. It's not the most long wearing lip gloss, but again, it's $3. It has a very nice doe foot applicator. It's like that nice flat one. It looks high end to me. And yeah, I really, really like this. So go ahead, check out the colors that they have. They do have some more nude shades. They do have some more bold shades. Check it out, find your sign if you want, or just kind of pick and choose the colors that you want. So the next thing I picked up is this. This is their Color Icon eyeshadow. So this is the thing that I was most skeptical about because it looks very cheap. It is probably the cheapest looking thing in this collection. Honestly, I wasn't too sure what to think about this, and I almost didn't purchase it because I was like, I want to choose one of everything so I can review everything, but am I even going to use this? You know what I mean? Kind of similar to the Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter, where it's kind of in these little pie sections, except in this one, they're not all even. Some are smaller, some are bigger, and this is in the shade Fire. So they have one to go with all the elements, which are fire, earth, air, and water. So this I picked up in Fire because, like I said, I am an Aries. I'm a fire sign. Very fiery, so I just couldn't resist. It is so beautiful. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I'm wearing a mix of these 3 shades right here, and you guys, these are so creamy, so beautiful, so metallic. And this is only $5, you guys. So like I said, I was very skeptical at first. If you look at these, they are just smooth. They are creamy, they are metallic. When I did apply this, I did use a little bit of glitter glue, and then I just used a regular old flat eyeshadow brush. And as you can see, the first time me applying it, it almost looks like I sprayed my brush because they go on so nicely and so smoothly. I'm definitely gonna pick up more of these because, as you can see, this eyeshadow look is just so effortless, so even, and it is like the easiest eyeshadow. I find that these are very, very lightweight. They're not chunky. They're not ultra creamy to the point where you kind of get that crinkly, wrinkly look on your lids, which can kind of be annoying and hard to blend into your mattes. But I find that these seamlessly transition into the mattes. They just look so beautiful, and this really surprised me. So I'm very, very happy with how this turned out, and I cannot wait to pick up more shades. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Mega Glow highlighting bar. So I believe I have mine in the shade Earth. The only thing about these that I don't like is that once you peel the sticker off to open it, you don't have the actual shade name on the product, which is kind of annoying. So this is really cute. I like how they have all of the signs imprinted into the highlighting bar. This feels very, very cheap. It actually feels like it's gonna fall off. I thought I got a broken one, but I didn't. It's just that cheap. The only thing about that though is this is $7, and you have this type of packaging. That kind of annoys me. Again, it comes in 4 different shades: earth, air, fire, water. But the issue with that is that you cannot necessarily get the color that matches up to your sign. Like the water one is actually blue. So unless you want to be wearing blue on your cheeks, you can't really get that one. And the fire one was a little bit too dark for me, so that's why I didn't pick that one up. So I did pick up this guy, and I do think it's very pretty. So I thought it would go best with my skin tone. You have all of these different shades kind of like mixed in here. You have like a light gold, a darker gold, almost like a brownish grayish, and like a more yellowy gold, kind of just all striped in here. But when you mix them together, you get this kind of like light goldish shade. It's right down here. And this actually is interesting to me because when you first look at it, it actually looks very glittery, and I was a little bit scared about that at first, especially after I saw how cheap the packaging was and it looked glittery. I was like, oh god, great, I spent $7 on this highlighter and it is gonna be crap. But I'm wearing it today, and I will show you a clip of me applying it with 2 different brushes. I used a Morphe M501, kind of like a more loose brush, and then a small tapered brush from e.l.f., which is a little bit denser. And I applied it on this side. I have it mixed with another highlighter right now. But as you can see, it does go on very nicely. It's very pretty. I don't find that the glitter shows up too much on your skin. It's not like my Ofra Rodeo Drive by any means. It's not that creamy. It's not that shiny. It definitely has a little bit of glitter in it, but it's not cheap looking. And I find that it actually was worth the $7. I don't regret buying this, and I do think it is very pretty. Is it my most favorite highlight? No, but I do find that once you work it into the skin, you don't apply too much, it does look really nice. So I like this. It is really pretty. I don't love the packaging, but it is a solid highlighter. And then the last product in this collection is their loose highlighting powder. So as far as I can see, this doesn't really have a shade. I feel like it did when I was at Walmart, but I can't find a shade on here nor online. It's the only one that they have. So this is what it looks like. It's $7. This is what the inside is. You have these little star holes in here, which I think is super cute that they did like stars because it's, you know, astrological, all that sorts of good stuff. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like a pinky, silvery champagne, which I was kind of nervous about at first. So here it is right down here on my wrist. I was kind of nervous about this at first, especially because it looked very icy, very glittery, not my type of thing. I always go for more golden highlights and definitely very subtle, or not necessarily subtle, but not glittery bang highlights. You know what I mean? I like to have a pop-in highlight, but one that's not super glittery. And this kind of scared me, especially because my Artist Couture loose highlighter, which is the only other loose highlighter I have, is very glittery. So I wasn't sure how this one was going to be, especially because it was so cheap. But honestly, you guys, this is so beautiful. So I applied it on this side of my face. I have it layered with this guy right here. I'm going to show a clip of me applying it just by itself. As you can see, it is banging. Like, you put this on and you will literally be able to see your highlight from space. It is one of those highlights. If you are my skin tone or lighter, I think this would work really well for you, but any darker than me, I don't know that you're gonna be able to get away with this too much unless you layer it with another like warmer, deeper highlighter and just use this kind of on top. It is gorgeous. I have wet this before and it did go on very nicely. I find that the thing that I love about this is when you blend it out, it actually looks almost just wet and like kind of sweaty and glistening on the skin. It is so gorgeous. I find that it catches the light really nicely, and the shade, while like I said it is a little bit icy, is really beautiful if you have the right skin tone to wear it. Okay, so that is all of the products that I got. So I'm going to list them in what I recommend the most to what I recommend the least. So my number one thing from this collection that I recommend is the eyeshadows. I think they are the most versatile. I think they are the best value and great quality. I highly do recommend these. These would be my number one choice if you want to pick up anything. My second choice would be the loose highlighter if you guys can wear this. It does really suck that they only have one shade. I wish they had brought out two shades, like this one and a little bit more of like a deeper, like topaz-y, golden, really delicious shade. I think that would have been gorgeous, and I'm kind of surprised that they didn't, considering that everything else has kind of a wide shade range. But I do recommend this second. I think you can even use it as eyeshadow, inner corner highlight, all that sorts of good stuff. If you cannot wear it on your face, I think it is really pretty. The third thing I would recommend is the highlighting bar. While the packaging is super cheap and it's not the best highlighter I've ever tried, it is really, really gorgeous. And I do think that they do have a good mix of shades, plus that one fun blue shade. So if you're looking for a certain color, I feel like you'll be able to find it. And the last thing I would recommend is the lip gloss. While it does have the best packaging and quite the extensive shade range, I don't like that so many of the colors are so bold. I think for the average consumer, that's not necessarily practical. For a lot of people, it probably is, but for the majority of people, I feel as though it's a little bit harder to wear, and I don't love the smell. The formula, while it's okay, it's not my favorite. So yeah, I would go for this last. I'm just not a lip gloss person, but maybe you are, so. So my final thoughts on this collection. I like it. I think that they could have done a little bit better with this. I feel like they could have brought out some liquid eyeshadows that would have been really, really stunning. I also feel like the whole collection is very literal. So if you are a fire sign, you're literally gonna get fire colors. If you're a water sign, you're literally gonna get a blue highlighter bar. So I find that while it is cute, it is a bit literal and therefore not as wearable. I just find that it's kind of hard to match up to your sign, especially if that's not a type of shade that you would wear, you know what I mean? So that is something that I was not too fond of. I feel like they could have done a little bit better toning it down a little bit and kind of making it more wearable for a wider range of people. I like it. I recommend it. I'm going to continue wearing it, and I'm probably going to buy some more eyeshadows. But yeah. Other than that, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. It's delicious.